Germany in general has treated us so well. Like our type of music fits very well on a festival, with people who might be like casual fans. They like.
Maybe you can take me through like your day in particular. Like this weekend is, I believe there's a lot of coordination necessary to deal with all.
Yeah, thank God traveling. I'm not responsible for the coordination, or we'd be in big trouble. Back in the days when I was in charge of that, we were lost and late a lot. I have my son with me, my middle child, and so we're excited. In the festivals, it's cool because you get to see other bands, and he's excited to see other bands, and then he's never been to Prague, so that's our own show, not a festival. So we'll have a little more time to go around and see the city and stuff. And yeah, those first few days of being here, between the jet lag and like getting the first few shows out of the way, there were always like a strange feeling. You kind of like trying to get your bearings, So I think I'll feel better after we get the first show over with tonight,
Yeah, there will be a lot of shows in the next weeks, I saw. So you will be like playing here, of course, then a lot of festivals in Germany, actually. Full Force, Mainstream, and then you're back in the USA for your tour. Is there, from like all the nearly 30 years of Dropkick Murphys, is there like a special place of where you performed the gig and then you want to go back so badly?
This, festival-wise, this is one of my favorite. We have some great memories of playing this festival. I think we've played on the main stage here 2 times before, and it was fantastic. Just people as far back as you can see. Yeah, I kind of separate, like, memory-wise, like, festivals from our own shows, because festivals are so fun and you get to play to a lot of people, but it's also not a real indication of your true fan base sometimes. So I say if I had to pick one, I'd always pick a Dropkick Murphys performance on our own. But I also think that our type of music fits very well on a festival, with people who might be like casual fans. They like 1 or 2 songs. They like the atmosphere we bring. They like that it's high energy, but maybe they don't come to our other shows, which is all right as well, But Germany in general has treated us so well. Like, we do really good in a lot of other European countries now, but Germany was first. Like, we used to, I think our first time in Germany was 1997, and that was really the first country that accepted us outside of America, So we'll always have such a fond place in our heart for the German people.
What's that feeling like to be in a different country and playing for like people you never met or a crowd you're not sure about, and then they're excited and they're getting into it?
In Germany, it doesn't feel like that anymore. It feels like home. You know people and you know what to expect, which is a nice feeling, to be that far away but still feel at home. And then there's other countries where you go for the first time. I mean, we're still going to places for the first time. I think we made it to Romania last year for the first time. Other than a few random countries in the far east of Europe, we've been pretty much everywhere we want to go except Southeast Asia. Like, we've been to Asia, but not to like Indonesia, and we have a lot of people contact us to come there and waiting, and we want to go to South Africa. We get some offers to go to South Africa. Other than that, China, actually, we tried to go to China in 1999, and they rejected our visas. They said we were a bad influence on the Chinese culture. And now things are even worse, with Chinese in America, so I don't think we'll ever go to China. But Germany, like I said, we have so many friends here now. We have, when you can look back and say, I've known you for almost 30 years. It sometimes makes me scratch my head, So, but I feel grateful for the opportunity that Dropkick Murphys has given all of us to travel and see the world. Because before the band, I never left the Boston area. My life was a lot more sheltered, and. It's nice to have been able to experience other cultures and meet other people and realize that we're really all the same, and it's nice.
Talking about a different topic, your latest album last year is also available on vinyl. And I was wondering if you're a vinyl guy or if you're like collecting.
Yeah, no, I'm a vinyl guy. I used to collect when I was younger. I have a shitload of boxes of records that I don't have anywhere to put anymore. A lot of our guys to this day, still, we get to a city, they're off going to a record shop looking for records to buy. I enjoy vinyl. I still play vinyl, but I don't collect like I used to. I realize that when you get to be my age, you realize you can't take it with you, so you stop buying and collecting shit, you know.
But you're still listening to them.
I do still listen to vinyl. Vinyl will always sound better than, digital.
Another good way to listen to music is going to live concerts.
Yes.
And do you have a recommendation for our listeners? Which band should they really, really go to get an amazing live experience?
I'll tell you a band
apart from Dropkick Murphys, of course.
I'll tell you a band that I haven't, or an artist that I haven't seen that I've been dying to see live, and I was supposed to see him last summer, but I got COVID. Is Jerry Cinnamon from Scotland, who really has only been touring in England and Ireland and Scotland. We were supposed to have him come to the U.S. and open for us before the pandemic, but it was in May of 2020, so that tour was obviously canceled. But you're talking about a guy who sells out, 2 nights in a soccer stadiums in his own hometown, and the experience is just watching it looks just incredible. So that's my goal, get to go to a concert type of thing, It's kind of torturing us right now that AC/DC's on tour over here at the same time, but of course our schedules are, I just went to see the Stones before I left to come over here, and I think the last 4 times I've seen the Rolling Stones, I've said, you got to go because it's probably the last time you'll see them, and then, son of a bitch, they're playing 10 years later. It wasn't great, but, it wasn't bad either. I mean, God, but when I say it wasn't great, I mean, no disrespect. The fact that they are still doing that on a large stage, in their 80s is unbelievable, but sometimes with bands too, you wish in a live sense, you left your memory of them as when they were a little bit younger and could still. Shit, someone will probably say that about us someday, though, so I should stop saying that,
So I mean, cross your fingers that AC/DC will play another tour.
Yeah. I hope that somehow I'll be able to finagle a way to see them, but while they're still on this tour, but on this little section of our European tour, to know that we're so close but missing them. It's the same thing with festivals. You see bands a lot of times that you like, and early on when you get booked on the festival, you just see the massive list of names. Oh, cool, we're playing with Bob, and then you realize they're on the Sunday, you're on the Friday. So a lot of times you miss the bands you want to see. So,
but will you check out a band today?
I like Queens of the Stone Age, but our guitar player Tim, it's his favorite band, so he's excited to really excited to see them. And the Descendants are playing too. No, I don't think we have a late bus call, so we'll get to see it. Yeah.
So you take all the energy from today and then bring it into tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, absolutely. And it's nice. It's kind of nice to have that switch of our own show in between these 2 festivals, because you get today we play for an hour. It's a good warm up, and then our own show. We play for much longer. And then back to the festivals. I like it when it's like that. Sometimes we've come over and you play 20 festivals in a row, and I feel like playing our own shows in between. When we get to play more songs, it gets us more in gear, So,
do you have any last words for our listeners when we can expect some new music from you guys?
We're actually we just recorded. Before we left, and we have about 10 new songs, and we're going to go back in after this tour and hopefully get another batch of 10 and then record them all for real in the fall. So sometime in the first half of 2025, we'll have a new Dropkick Murphys record.
Is there also a tour plan for next year to come back to Europe?
Yeah, we are coming back to Europe. We're not announcing the dates until after the festivals are over, but we will be back next winter, but then we won't come back next summer. So in 2025, come out to the club show. If we're near you, that'll be the only time to see us, and we'll have a new record. So.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Radio Bob, Deutschlands Rockradio.